How y'all doing today? This is for the Walmart CEO and Walmart Corporation. How y'all doing today? You know, you know, if y'all don't let this happen, y'all will be lying to y'all customers, and y'all will be lying to everybody in America. And plus, that guy that you took a picture with from a foreign country, Doug Miller, you don't think he was watching me? So this is the question: a picture with Doug Miller taking a picture with a foreign leader that was watching me on my social media. So he's very interested in me and what the customers wanted and the employees wanted on Instagram, right? So if you don't keep your word, you will be lying to America. And that's the thing is, and you'll be lying to God. See, Texas is the only one that got the problem here, the Walmart Corporation. But the other people and other businesses in around the other states, it was so much different, and around the world, it was so much different. He know well what I'm talking about. Doug Miller, I would be over the disability department as a CEO, operation over disability department. You know well when the contract is already signed, and you know it. And you know it. The contract is already signed, and you know it. Right? You're allowed to use my ideas and stuff, right? So how would this turn out, God said? Because you lying and to get what I want, and baby, we done told you everything that we needed to know. So the understanding of those things, can you keep it 100? Can you be honest of it to understand it? You have to be with truth and honesty. Can you be with truth and honesty? If you don't keep your word, everybody you gonna know that you're a liar, right? And America was built on lies, right? They're gonna know that America or Walmart was built on lies. So when those words are not being kept, what do that matter? What do that mean when those words are not being kept? That mean your words was built on lies. That mean America's business was built on lies. It's what your actions are gonna do, baby. Hey, you making it worse. How long I sit and you making it worse on yourself? It's how long I sit here, you make it worse on yourself. So how long we gonna? Hey, you think I'm gonna go out there? Hey, I walked away from you 8 times. And I want you to tell Jeff when they lied and denied me, I don't have no business walking away from America. And I don't have no business walking away from them. Me and God have no business walking away from America. God is tired of people faking their love for us and act like they want us there and they don't want us there. We get tired of American businesses faking their love for us. And God know by spirit that you faking your love for us. You faking your love for him. God will ask you some questions. And he's already know the answer by your spirit and your mind and reading your soul. He know what words that come out your mouth before you even know it. You know, the marriage sister, and I'm gonna make it very clear, Emily Catholic, she told me something. She used to go to church a lot, that you are not ready. You know what she was talking with? She was talking to God. She told me that you are not ready. And you'd be surprised if she was actually speaking the truth. Trump depend on the people. and you depend on the people, but you don't depend on God, the sight of him, to understand the sight of God, to understand it, right? And we talking about those matters, right? Thank you. But you don't depend on those things to understand it. God said, is you gonna keep your word? Now I would be up operation over the Walmart CEO of disability. We're gonna hire each person 100 more jobs from each store to help disability with CBLs. So this is what the job of things are what we're gonna do. On every entrance, you know goddamn well you stole something. On every entrance, we're gonna have a TV on every. You go at every Walmart entrance, like you go right now, you can have it on the top of the thing, put the little edge on the top, and you can have center. And on every Walmart, you walk into every store, you get out your car, you can look up when you go out in the store of Walmart and Sam Club and see everybody talking. The corporate office, see everybody talking about the new things they got on video. This is something that's going to be great and understanding, right? To understand it, right? So can this be the understanding? Because you know when you're dealing with ticket to work program, only thing they do is fill out the job application. You got to go on the interviews. You got to do all of those things that you're doing, right? You got to do all of those things that you're doing, right? So if you're doing all the things that you're doing and you're doing the concept of those things, what do that mean? And you're doing all the things that you're doing right now, what do that mean? If you're doing those things. So the concept of it is we have people in each store around, we hire 100 new people in each around the marketplace. Every 3-6 months, they're going to go and help disability out. This is changes. But you got to be willing to have that change. This guy watching me on there, I'm very impressed. He don't know his eyes was on me the whole time. His eyes was on me the whole time. So, can you handle the truth, Doug Miller? Everything I just give to the Justice Department, can you handle the truth? God said, can you handle it? That's the problem. Can you handle it? And that's the question we need to ask Walmart corporations. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? Can you accept it? Can you acknowledge it? Can you let God in? Or would you deny lies and would you stand on the grounds of what that is? Let me tell you, a guy in McKinney told me something when all this buffooning was going on. And he said, Hubert, just because he was listening, just because they say they recording something does not mean they recording. All right, come on. I reached out to you. Come on, show me that he's wrong. Show me that he's wrong. Trump said he got the calls, right? Show me that he's wrong then. He got the calls, right? I want him to show me that guy in McKinney wrong. Right? Show me that he's wrong. Let me tell you something. In that courtroom, when they found out that I was actually telling the truth, and I sat in that little room, sorry for my help in that. When I sat in that little room, when I was actually telling the truth, you know what they did? You know the lying hypocrites in the courtroom did? When they found out I was telling the truth, and the state attorneys, everybody, and that little, what a bitch. You know they cussed, right? You know they cussed in that courtroom, and everybody in those states attorneys, they cussed, right? Come on, when they found out, hey, you should have heard them. And then that dummy still carried it out. That dummy Judge Kennedy still carried it out with a little lying piece of crap self. When they found out I was telling the truth, they know what they said in that. They know all of the cussing was going on in that courtroom. They know exactly, when I sat in that room, exactly what they was doing and what words were said. Judge Kennedy can't keep lying. None of them. So the difference is you gonna keep your word, or America and around the world is gonna know that you're a liar, that you don't stand by truthfulness, and you don't stand by great communication, and you don't keep your word, and you lie to God, that you really don't believe in a higher power with God. So how can those things be understood? How can those things be understood? The comprehension of that, how can those things be understood? The only thing I want you to know something, and I want Wayne to know something, because people in the UK don't want to be on my team. The only thing that Trump stopped, he stopped y'all career. He stopped hip hop culture. He stopped country culture. He stopped those things. He didn't just save all of y'all culture. He didn't just save every radio station. Everything they worked hard for could have been wiped out if I would have left. Everything that you worked hard for, they blind, right? They were so busy arguing, and Yellow Breezer and Dallas was so busy lying, and y'all was so busy taking sides. I was busy trying to set up a payroll for the UK of the music. And people still having a little fit and mindset, spiritual behavior going on. The enemy don't know how to learn their lesson in the mind and in the spirit. God said, you are dealing something before your time. You are dealing with something that before your time. That's beyond your means, and you are dealing with before your time. And I want you to know, when you're dealing with something that's before your time, I need you to understand. You see, Sky News said something. It reminded me of the Justice League. Because I got HBO Max. It's about unity. It's not about unity. It's about God. It's about sight of God. It's about the Spirit of God. It's about what those things understanding. God came to me in the Spirit to remind me of who I am. Sameness and what you think it is, nothing got nothing to do with it. The part was pure. But I promise you, if I leave America, God say, it doesn't matter what Orion say, because they're going to make money off of God anyway, right? America is a name. God is a body and he is spirit. America is a name. And you have to understand that when America is a name and God is a body, and you try to collide that together, that means all faith in America got to be real. All faith in God, that you're going to mix those things together to understand it, to comprehend it, to get it the way you want to get it, right? All of those things got to be in America to get it, to understand it, right? If you really want to talk about it to understand it. Thank you. 7 to 8. Guys, we've been having many subjects on here. But we got to be able to understand it. And right now, they had an informant, and I'm very upset of what's going on here. I'm very, very ticked off of what's going on. You know, you have the balls to say, oh, we going to have to, you think I didn't hear that? 2 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning? Joe Biden, you got to have some nerves. You got to have some nerves. Whoever had the balls to do it and know I was innocent, whoever had the balls to do it, I'm very upset with the situation. Oh, we got nothing on him. We got nothing on him. We gonna have to. You think I didn't see that guy in Dallas County with the thing? He do artwork. He knowed how you look. He knowed. And I heard him 1 o'clock at night. Really? We gonna have to let him go. We have nothing on. We shouldn't. You didn't promise me a thing. I picked up books, and you had the audacity. I want to know who had the balls. See, all of y'all mindset is off, right? Like y'all mindset is you got different tactics, and your creator knows it. Your creator knows about your different tactics of what's going on here, and you had the balls to do it. And what I want to talk about my sex life with, dude, no. I'm asking for Judge Kennedy arrest, and I need you to get the job done. Is you willing to get the job done? That's the question. Is you willing to get the job done at the job supposed to be done? And those are the concept of the confirmation where I'm asking you to arrest the DEA and Judge Kennedy. And the people that tried to break my mindset, they know what they tried to do. So you don't know. I didn't always spend my time at Newman Smith. My teacher would take me to this other school. And she'd tell Hubert, and at McGrimes, over there towards Creekview, was like elementary, the detention center, in a little room. And I would sit here, and she would tell me, the first thing she would tell me, yes, what you screaming about? Yes, you did nothing wrong. That's what she would tell me, Hubert, you did nothing wrong. And I would sit up there in this wall around the building with the desk in the middle. And I would watch the windows around the room, and I would see the light, and I would see the positive energy. So those are the things of what we got to understand. So those are the things that we have to understand. God say, would you keep your word, or would you betray me in the spirit and lie? That's the difference. God knows it. Your creator knows everything about you. Your creator knows the words, that everything of what you're talking about in that format. He knows everything that's going on. Would you keep your word? Or God said, would you dishonor that word? What would you do? Would you keep your word or would you dishonor that word? It's not about the people. It's about the Spirit of God. Would you dishonor that word of God? Would you dishonor with your lies and honesty? Dishonesty. Can you understand it? You're dealing with something that's way beyond your means. You're dealing with something that's beyond your means right now, and I want them to hear me. You're dealing with something that's beyond your means. But I promise when you let me in, you won't forget me. And I'm going to do my best to work very hard and do what I need to do. See, how you doing? My spirit can't die. When your spirit can't die, you know why my spirit never died? My heart will never die? Because I believe in God. I believe nobody can take the love away that I have for family and this earth and what I have for and the understanding of it. The understanding of those things. You know that contract is already signed, already done, man. You know it and I know it. Why you think you came up before you stepped on the Walmart? You had it on YouTube. You coming up with an app before you step on the Walmart thing. You be clocked in, right? Come on, that'd be good because if a person not bringing a lunch or something, and they can go in and tap in, and they can help her push a car or something. That would really actually be good in that avenue. Push a car or something. Is you gonna keep your word or are you gonna dishonor that code? God is watching, not the spirit of human, but the spirit of God is watching from the heavens. Can you understand it? Can you understand it? Can you get it? Can you understand it? Some people will try to stop destiny because, sorry, my head nappy, because God is winning in the way. One thing you don't expect family to understand because it comes with that stuff. Trust me, I notice everything. I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you ready for God? Or are you going to deny God? Are you ready for it? Is you willing to push it with power? You know what love is? When your heart dripping and you ask God, even though you can't be with somebody, but you ask God to help you keep pushing forward. And He help and it's dripping you in bed, but God help you to keep moving forward. You have that moment when the temple of the heart is dripping, bam, and you get in your moment, but you talk to God while in your bedroom, and God just pick your spirit up every time. Love you too. God just pick your spirit up and help you keep going. I was in there in 2019, 2022, and 2020. The little Mexican worker had at your store had the nerve to hug his kid. I hug my kid. You know what I'm gonna protect my kid from? I'm gonna protect my kid from biased Mexicans like him. I'm gonna protect my son from him with different mindset, like the mindset. Oh, God know too much. He know what he did. That person who I worked with, he know what he did with his fake self. He know exactly what he did. But they think that because they got a manager position, they can abuse it. But God said your manager position don't mean nothing with lies and what you stand for. God said I'm more powerful than what you ever can stand for. If I was in the army, I won't need a satellite to see my enemy. I won't need monopolists to see my enemy. I will see my enemy by spirit. Even when you're in your tank in your cars, your spirit will be read from a mile away. You have crossed barriers that were understanding of them. So I don't quite understand everything and all of that matter, right? I'm pretty impressed with you. You don't know you was watching my social media platform. You don't know that you took the idea. You don't know. Hmm. It tells you on your phone any social media that you on. Do you want your phone contacts to connect with your social media? That means you stole something. Miller. You stole something. It tells me everybody from your phone contacts will know that you're on social media. Hmm. Hmm. How smart that you are going to be here. Hmm. Those vans. We know the truth. We know the truth. Come on. Let's talk about it. Let's actually talk about your creator said, let's talk about it. Your creator said, let's talk about it. That was your creator said, let's talk about it. That's what your creator told me to tell you. Let's talk about this. He hear me real well. Come on, your creator want to talk about these lies that you told. Your creator want to discuss something. Your creator want to discuss something. One thing, you humans come up with rules, right? But if somebody define that rule and talk about that rule and see your spirit and your mindset, you want to overpower that rule because your mind and your spirit is being read. See, your creator know everything about you and know your power and your rules that you stand for. One day that's going to be the death of you. I'm gonna tell you when I first met Jazz Kennedy, my eyes was on her spirit and her mind the whole time. I can read her spirit and her mind. I was pretty interested at first. Her spirit was so full of light and beauty in it. Her mind, her spirit, so beautiful in it, right? The glow she had in her spirit was so amazing. It's the same thing I see from your little police officers. You think I don't see their spirit in their mind when I see them when they walk past me, drive past me? I'm able to read them. I'm pretty. I always wonder about you. I studied you. I always studied the legislature, the different branches. You've been on my radar for a long time. Joe Biden and y'all, you've been on my radar. But I want to know if you always wonder about me. I argued with a guy in Baltimore about it. Have you always wondered? Come on, tell a guy in Baltimore. He said he don't know. Right? The question, have you always wondered? You got to pay attention. When I was working at 14, you got to been paying attention to it. If you got to understand it. I want to know, have you always wondered? That's what I need to know about you. Have you always wondered that? Have you always have your aspect of it? That's what I want to ask Joe Biden. Have you always wondered? You know, your Walmart employee said in Addison, I'd rather date a criminal, right? Let her take that. She stayed. But God said, you got something better than stupidity, right? I know him, who I am, and I know who I always was. That lady at Tom Thumb said something when I went on an interview, try to talk about a job last year and this year, but they don't care about here. Watch what we doing. That was she said in the Tom Thumbs in this community. That was the word that come out of her mouth. Then I went back to, I don't got a problem in talking to people. Can I talk to your manager? And she on the phone, her spirit behavior on that phone and Tom Thumb in the community. And she like looking at me, you better on that phone. What? And her mindset was being read. Her mindset was being read. We're going to order 100 people. We're going to hire new hires, people that can every 3-6 months to constantly come over there and help each person out with CBLs in each store in each of America. This is going to be some. If you're in a wheelchair, you can help out with the clothes section. It's so many things. Everybody have their own weakness and understanding and learning patterns. So we can understand these matters, right? Dallas Galleria Mall in 2019, people in it. Hmm. Huh. I had great plans for that thing. I had some great plans, but those plans are going to be ruined because Governor Abbott is a stubborn brat. I was going to take one of the parts out and build a stadium in that part on the other side, and take one of the part where the cars come in, right? TVs was going to be. We had so many ideas, but you know, Yellow Breeze and them lied. Hmm. You know they lied. Hmm. The buffoon is still going on in Dallas. And Birdman did the land that he was being watched. He delaying it. Birdman and Houston are delaying it. They are delaying it. Come on, man. You think I didn't really understand those things? At the Galleria Mall. Interacted with plans that you didn't supposed to interact with. And Big X Plug is acting like a dummy right now. He's really acting like a dummy. And I want to know how long y'all gonna let this go on with Jay Prince now. How long you gonna let Houston NBA boys say get arrested? You got crimes of it, right? God had told you everything that he did. So what they did, and Kevin Gates affiliating with things. So why things are not being addressed as a nation? Now the DA can play dumb, and each of these communities can keep trying with the mindset of humans, because the mindset is keep trying. So the thing is this behavior have you really didn't cause me any pain, to be honest with you. You just don't want, God don't want to deal with you no more. And Yellow Breeze and Big X Plug got, oh man, look, Jay Prince and them still haven't caught on yet that you know. That's the difference of it. People still letting the buffooning going on. People letting the buffooning going on. Birdman say, who cares what I think? God cares what it. He's still letting the buffooning going on. He's still letting the buffooning going on. Hey, but that girl called me a liar. Your Walmart employee called me a liar, and I'ma prove it, right? Look at that camera with this black guy acting like he doing. Look at it. I just told, look at the camera when I just met you. He's acting like he doing. Look at him. Look at a black racism person. You gonna see it? Put it on camera. The other week I went there. Look at his behavior. Hmm. The skate ring is amazing, huh, partner? I need you to deal with some issues. And I don't know how long it's going to take because it's getting out of control, man. It's getting out of control. And everybody got to get it for conspiracy charges, man. For conspiracy charges. Everybody about to get it for conspiracy charges, man. Nobody got time for that bull crap, man. All of them. For conspiracy charges, man. They really doing it, man. Conspiracy charges. And Boosie thing is funny. For conspiracies, man. That's not funny, man. It's really not funny over here, man, to be lying and stuff, man. And you got conspiracy issues. Cause you know when I gotta get off this thing. I need to know how you want to take care of the situation. And it's getting out of hand, bro. It's really getting out of hand. The little behavior is getting around of hand and boosted, and all of them is getting out of hand. Conspiracy charges, man. Like I want to know how long it's gonna take it how to deal with the little lying behavior, man. Got some damn conspiracy issues going on. I think it's funny. Like Boozy think it's funny, man. He think it's funny. That's not funny. This conspiracy charges, man. Think it's